You are now about to witness the strength of street knowledge.
What's up, ladies? How y'all doing? It is your girl, your diva in knowledge, Lady Mocha, representing Mocha's Ladies Lounge. Welcome to the lounge, the congregation, the place in which we fellowship, where I'm always giving you good sermons. Listen, I don't always have the latest tea, but I do give y'all the tea, capital T, and truth, okay? Because it's all about, just keeping it real and being transparent about everyday issues that women go through, things that women should always be cautious of. So nevertheless, I definitely want to thank all of y'all for rocking with me, supporting my channel, supporting my platform. Appreciate all of the cash apps that people have been submitting to me, just out of love and just out of appreciation. I appreciate that. For every $2, $5, $10 that y'all donated to me, I thank y'all so much, and I really appreciate that. Those of you who cannot donate, just continue to hit that like button, show love, share the video, put other women onto the channel so they can join the family as well. Big ups to all of my cable customers. Those of you who are now receiving cable from me, I'm glad I'm able to save you. Compared to that, $150 bill you was probably paying every month for your cable. Now you're only paying $30. And you get 9,000 channels, all the sports packages, the HBOs, the Cinemaxes, plus you get free pay-per-view events. So anytime any free pay-per-view events come on, sports events, you don't have to pay for that. So I'm sure your boyfriend, your husband, or your son would appreciate it. You feel me? So anyway, let me get into today's sermon for the day. Signs when a man wants out of a relationship. So, we've been peeping through the clouds, and we know that Ariana Air Mattress and Martell have not been really kicking it like that. There's a drought that has been occurring between the both of them, and Ariana has been Ariana Air Mattress, I want to say that correctly, has been trying to direct her attention, into her Goodwill boutique that's not boutiquing. She's been trying to drop subliminals and little hints about redirecting herself and basically trying to look for other ways to deal with the space that's been occurring between her and Martell. Martell is like, an Uber driver. He gets around, and what has happened is that Martell is at a desperate. He's on he's in a very desperate place. The desperation is definitely desperating for him. Income, revenue, and his lifestyle is nothing like it used to be. Of course, ever since he lost his marriage to Mel due to his infidelity and lack of discipline thereof. So now he slowly but surely wants out. And the thing about it is, what a lot of women have to understand, a man doesn't have to verbally tell you, I want out. A man doesn't have to verbally say, I'm not interested in you anymore. I realize I messed up, getting involved with you. I lost everything. Unfortunately, especially when you're dealing with men that are users and very childish, they're not going to be forthcoming with you. They're not going to be direct and be honest with you. And the truth of the matter is, in most cases, a lot of these men, their actions speak louder than their words. And you have women that are looking for that man who they know has been giving them the runaround, who they know has been unattentive, has not really been, present, has not really been active as a boyfriend or a companion. All the red flags are there, but you're still waiting for him to verbally say, I want out. This relationship is over. I don't want to be with you anymore. Listen, waiting for those words to give you that confirmation, that solid confirmation that is obviously right in your face, but until he says it and breaks it down to you in a remedial pre-K manner, I don't love you, I don't care about you, I don't want to be with you, unless he's not verbalizing it directly the way you need to hear it, in your mind, you really don't believe that it's over. You really don't believe that what y'all once had is now becoming a thing of the past, because he has not verbally told you. Not only that, maybe he's still living with you. Maybe he's still being intimate with you, having sex with you. Maybe every once in a while he's still taking you out for dinner. He's still doing little, boyfriend, activities here and there. But in your heart and in your spirit, it is not adding up. He's doing just enough. He's dropping some bird seeds, some bread crumbs, just enough to keep you holding on, to keep misleading you, because it's that selfish part of him that still wants to have that access. And what I mean by that access may be they still want to have that room to be able to sleep with you when things, take you to bed, have sex with you when they can't get it from nowhere else. Or they still want to be able to have a place to stay in case they don't find another woman that's willing to take them in and give them that type of security. In other words, they want to keep you as a backup plan. So in many instances, they're not going to verbally just flat out and say it. How many of us have had a friend or had a female cousin or somebody we know? Well, if he didn't want me, he wouldn't be with me. If he wasn't feeling me, he would have left me. If he wasn't into me, he'd stop having sex with me. Let me tell you women something. A man can have sex with you, take you out to eat, still live with you, have absolutely no interest in you. Okay? You have just become another thing to do on the to-do list. He has no real plans, no real goals. So, listen, I'm going to help a lot of you women out today. We're going to do a sermon. And Every on Air Mattress, hopefully you listening to this, hun. There's a lot of women who bash you, and I'll admit I'm one of them. However, this is a lesson that you can utilize. And I want not only Every on Air Mattress, if you can just open up and receive and get past the pettiness, get past the fact that I'm calling you an air mattress, get past, the pettiness, and really take this message and internalize it. It may make a lot of sense to you, and it may give you some clarity as to where you really stand. And not only for Ariana Air Mattress, I want all of you women, it's some of you right now, it's a sister in here, amen, who sees the red flags, but she keeps on holding on. She's in her mind, he still live with me, he's still having sex with me. Hey, every once in a while we still go out to dinner and do things that couples do, but it's the big red flags that are overshadowing the little things that he's still doing with you to keep you at bay, because you have a lot of men that are very insecure. And the truth is, a lot of them know their game is not as strong as it used to be. So they have to be careful how they jump ship, because the next woman ain't just going to automatically take on to whatever they're buying. Like I said, Martell may be dibbling and dabbling with Sheree, but Sheree is very selfish and she's a hustler just like Martell. She's not going to move him in her Chateau Sheree and do for him what Mel used to do for him. And Martell, I'm sure he pretty much knows this, which is why he has not completely given Ariana Air Mattress her eviction papers, but he's been distancing himself a lot lately. You know, she hasn't been bragging about Martell, defending Martell as much, because slowly but surely Martell is distancing himself. He even said this when he did the live, that he's just kind of been in his own zone, because the truth of the matter is the infatuation with him and Ariana Airhead has pretty much is wearing off, you know, because the benefits are not the same, since Mel's money is no longer available in order for him to keep being a simp sponsorer for Ariana Air Mattress. So, you know, the dynamics have changed. So not just picking on Martell, Motel 6 and Ariana Air Mattress. I want all of you women out there who are in complete denial and you're overlooking the red flags that's in your face, starting practically with number one. You're welcome to write down these pointers, get a pen, some paper, get your iPhone, your tablet, jot some of this stuff down, put it in your memory Rolodex in the event you are in complete denial with a man that you just don't want to let go of, but he's showing you all the red flags that he's not trying to hold on to you while you're doing everything in your power to hold on to him. So the first thing is this: if he's not discussing any future plans, and most importantly including you in it. If a man, say if you and a man, you know, you and your boo thing, y'all been kicking it for a while, everything he talks about is a day by day. This man does not discuss any solid future plans including you. You have to pay attention to the small details. Like I said, stop looking for major red flags. Pay attention to the little red flags. For instance, he's talking about what type of business he wants to open up, or he's not even talking about anything in the future. Everything is day by day. For that day, he just talks about what he has to do that day. I got to go to the gym. I got to wash the car. If every day he's giving you basic things that he has to do throughout the day, that's already a red flag that there is no real plans of longevity with you and him. If he's not talking future plans, like, look, I'm looking into starting a business where both, that way I can, you know, start earning revenue for both of us, where we can get a house together, or I'm planning on getting my builder's license, so that way, you know, we could possibly start our own construction company, and I could you know, have you as a secretary on my team. If he's not making or discussing any thorough plans, and those plans are not including you, if he is making plans but he's saying, well, what I need to do is get my builder's license so I can start my own business, or I'm going to open my own car wash. If everything is if he's discussing the future but it's only him speaking in terms of himself, or he's not discussing any future plans at all, that's a pretty much a red flag that he wants out of this relationship. Any man who sees any longevity as far as having a future with you, building with you, establishing things, building a foundation, he's not going to exclude you. He's going to have a conversation with you to make sure y'all are mentally on the same page, that you pretty much want the same thing he wants. If not, he wants to let you know, this is something that I prepare or plan on doing, so I need you to start getting on board. So even if you don't have all the degrees, even if you have zero interest in helping him with his car wash. He'll, with his car wash business, that's just an example. He'll start giving you the notion that that is the direction he's going. He wants you to start looking into the type of equipment or the best supplies, the best soaps, or whatever for him to start his car wash, and how to go about, start recruiting people to, be a part of his business. If he's not including you, it's a red flag that he wants out from the relationship. Every day he's talking about the same thing. He's not talking about nothing different. Not talking about building. Not talking about having, getting a home together. Anything that's solid that you both could benefit from. That's an indication that he pretty much wants out from that relationship. You don't want a man that's only involved with you in day by day, and you've just become a place of comfort. But not a place of growth. He's not trying to grow. He's not trying to prosper with you. That's a big red flag. Secondly, no brainer. But I hate to say this, but you got to say it. I'm getting ready to state the obvious, but you have a lot of women in being delusional, who really don't get it. If he's dating other women, I mean, this should be obvious, but let's face it. You have a lot of these females out here who still think that regardless of how many women a man dates outside of them, that for whatever reason, they're the main chick, which no, you're not a main chick. If you're not the only chick, being the main chick does not count. Just going to say that to those in the back in case you didn't hear. If you're not the only chick, being the main chick, it is not a badge of honor. You feel me? If he's dating other women, like Martell, he was dating Sheree, dating the other woman who allegedly, she allowed him to he put her name on a house he had or something. I don't know, whatever. But nevertheless, if he's dating other women, even if he's not doing anything is serious, like marrying them and claiming them, the fact that he's going out publicly with other women, red flag. He doesn't want to be in a relationship anymore. Anytime a man is serious about the woman he's with, he's going to shut the whole operation down. I don't care if he was a player before you got with him. I don't care if, he had, what I'm saying, if he had more women than the nail shop did on a Friday night. Anytime he's dating other women, that means he's keeping his options open. You're not that girl that he can see himself having a solid future with. That's like somebody working for you, but yet they're looking for other jobs. What does that tell you? You know what I mean? They can sit there all day. I like my job. I like it here. I enjoy what I do. But if they're filling out other applications, if they are on a job hunt, looking for other jobs, common sense, he does not plan on being there for a long time. He's just there until a better opportunity comes along. And that's basically what Martell has been doing all of this time. He's had almost 3 years to seal a deal with Ariane. Melody completely moved out the way, gave him the divorce, went on about her merry way and say, okay, I'm going to grant you this divorce. You're free to do you now. This man had all this time to marry Ariane. He would not do that, okay? But in her mind, like a lot of women, she's thinking that as long as she hangs in there and stays dedicated, that eventually she's going to get that Nobel side piece prize. You feel me? So, when he's courting other women, he's out and about, don't care that other people taking pictures. He's not even hiding it. Martell didn't even try to hide that he's with Sheree. 9 times out of 10, I'm sure he gave Ariane Air Mattress a bogus ass excuse. I'm doing this for the show, so that way I get more money for me, you, and our son, little helmet, whatever bird seed he fed her, being the angry bird that she is, whatever bird seed he gave her was enough, to keep her hanging on and believing in those lies, So, anytime he's dating other women, that's already a red flag, that he wants out from a relationship. Third, when he starts distancing himself, he's not coming around as much, he's not, in your company a lot. He comes by every once in a while, but you're starting to notice he's distancing himself. He's not really being attentive. He's not coming around as much, calling and checking on you as much. This is pretty much a red flag that he's working his way out of that relationship. What it is mentally, he has already made his mind up that he wants out. But again, if you're looking for that man to verbalize that and tell you that I don't want to be with you, you have some men that will go there and just save all the trouble and the headaches and will tell you, because men who are upfront and will let you know right off the muscle, I don't want to be with you, I want to move forward, it's because he's just that sure of himself. He does not have to keep the door open in order to be able to have the room to come back, because he knows at the end of the day he's straight. Whether if it works out with the next woman or no woman, he knows he does not need to come back. He don't need no open door policy. Okay? He's done. He's good. He don't have to fall back on you regardless of what may go wrong or right in his life. But the insecure man, a man that's a loser, who does not like to lose, he's going to always keep that open door policy with you. And if you are the type of female, you're thirsty, you're desperate, or you're stigmatized, and you're just so afraid that if you could completely shut the door and lock it, that you'll never meet another man in life, then 9 times out of 10, this type of man, he's going to capitalize off of that. He's going to always leave the door open. He's going to always walk through that door as long as you leave it open. Not that he appreciates it, not that he values it, not that it means anything. It's just a backup he know he can always have. You're just a spare tire. He has no purpose for you unless something really goes wrong. You never want to put yourself in a position in which you're a man's spare tire. Another issue is this. I guess I'm at number 4. When you get a man at default, getting a man off at default is definitely a strong indication of him eventually wanting out of that relationship. If this man lost his marriage, if this man lost his job, if this man lost his children, if he lost something very meaningful to him because of dealing with you, in most cases, especially a marriage that gave him a solid ground, 9 times out of 10, he's not going to be with you very long. Because the more things keep going wrong for him, he's going to start feeling as if you caused a lot of his failures. Because you have to realize, when you get with a man that's married, he's already selfish. Okay? He's already selfish, and 9 times out of 10, he's only looking out for his best interests. He's not looking out for the best interest of his wife, and he's not looking out for you as the best interest, as the side piece or the biscuit or the raggedy end, whatever you consider yourself to be. He's already selfish. So you have to keep in mind, when he starts losing everything that he's accustomed to having, the wife, the house, the children, the lifestyle, he's going to automatically perceive it as it being your fault. Most of the time, these type of dudes, they don't take accountability. They don't want to own up to their failures. Martell is a perfect example. Martell is never going to fully give himself to Ariane the right way, because in his mind, it's Ariane's fault. Because we know Martell, being a man of never accepting accountability, in his mind, 2% of it is his fault, but you best believe the other 98% is Ariane's fault. To this day, Martell is still blaming Mel for not keeping him, even and not allowing the marriage to continue, even though he gave her every valid reason not to. And the fact that he was so disrespectful, he wouldn't humble himself, wouldn't do anything to fix it, and make it so bad. Mel gave him the opportunity to fix it, and he would not. He just kept going and kept going until it ultimately led to him crashing and burning to the point of no return. So you have to realize, when a man has lost something that means something to him, even though it was his fault, even though he caused it, even though he had no reason even getting involved with you, he's still going to blame it on you. Just like he came to you and said his wife, he wasn't happy with his wife. Remember, as a side chick, when he came to you complaining about his wife, he came to you complaining about what she's doing, what she ain't doing, what she should be doing. Keep in mind, he feels the very exact same way about you. He's going to blame you like he blamed his wife. He's going to blame you for why he lost his marriage. He's going to blame you for not keeping your mouth closed, even though he was telling all your business. Listen, Martell is going to always low-key resent Ariane because in his mind, Ariane should have just played it cool and not caused any friction, because he still could have been with Mel. That's the way he looks at it. He's still angry with Mel, looking at it like, hey, if Mel would have just kept the marriage going and just put aside all the wrongdoing I did, we could have had a great life. He's still undeniably resenting Mel and Ariane. And the sad part, he's resenting Melody more than Ariane, because he feels like, you being my wife, you should have found a way to just get past the disrespect. And you have some men that are just that egotistical. They feel like no matter what they do, you're supposed to be the stand by me wife. Accept my male Jezebel ways. If you're a real woman, you will accept what I do. You will tolerate what I do. You have some men that are just that egotistical, just that male chauvinistic, that they really believe only a good woman is going to stand by a man no matter how much doo-doo he piles on her lap. Okay? And the moment you don't take that disrespect, you're not a real woman. You're not a committed wife. You don't love them. It's the audacity for me that if you don't take the emotional and mental torment, you're not a strong woman. The audacity of the narcissistic man to think that only a strong woman, a real woman, is a woman that's just going to allow and accept and tolerate disrespect. And you have some of these modern men who really think like that. Why? Because either they have mommy issues. Mommy always allowed him to suck on her nipple. Even when he was 20, 30 years old, the mother enabled him. So what he thinks when he goes out into the real world and deal with other women, they're supposed to do what mommy did because that's what mommy's always done. Okay? So, you have the narcissistic ninja. You have men with little boys with this narcissistic ninja mindset. Why does a woman's loyalty, why does her stupidity have to define her loyalty? Why a woman got to take so much disrespect, and embarrassment and humiliation for you to see how strong she is? And believe it or not, you have men, like I said, with mommy issues, or they either grew up in households with men who dominated their mothers like this. Listen, there's some men, they have witnessed their mothers take so much disrespect off of their dysfunctional narcissistic fathers, and if he did not learn from that dysfunction and he repeats it and he continues that generational curse that his father embedded in him, he's going to have this mindset that Any real woman is going to tolerate disrespect and emotional neglect because my mother did it with my father. And my mama didn't die from it. My mama didn't lose her mind. And back then, and even women today, have always had to keep the composure of being strong, even when being treated dead wrong. You're dealing with a man who was raised under women who had to keep their composure no matter how unhappy, how miserable they was. She still, even after being emotionally bashed and called you're fat, you ugly, you can't, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have nobody. I'm the only man that'll ever deal with you. You too ugly or unattractive for anybody else to want you. Listening to all that emotional abuse, then on top of that, physically getting punched, black eyes, slapped, hair pulled, whatever forms of abuse, pushed, shoved. Abuse is abuse, whether if it's broken bones or shove up against the wall. She still got up and cooked, cleaned, washed clothes. Remember Celie from The Color Purple? No matter how much Mr. cussed out and degraded her and put her down, he still gave her orders. You better cook, you better clean, you better let me climb on top of you like I'm using the bathroom, the toilet, like Celie said. So you had women back then that raised little Martells, and now these little Martells are grown, full-grown narcissistic ninjas that still have that narcissistic ninja mindset that I should be able to put my foot up your behind and you still respect my position as a husband. Even though I don't treat you like my wife, you supposed to treat me like I'm your husband. It's the audacity for me, right? Signs when a man wants out a relationship. He just starts finding fault in everything you do. You have a lot of women that are miserable, trying so hard to prove that they are qualified for the job. Ariane Air Mattress is to this day is still trying to come up for air. She's trying to prove to Martell that I'm the woman for the job, and it's never going to fit to Martell's expectations, because the thing about dealing with a narcissistic ninja, this is the funny part. When they are used to the best, it's hard for them to settle for less. This is the thing. Martell can't stand Mel. He love her, but he hates Mel. And he hates Mel because Mel stripped him of a lifestyle in which he took for granted, right? And this is the thing. Mel introduced him to the best. And once you know something, you can't unknow it. It's kind of like, once you don't learn how to ride a bicycle, even if you never ride a bicycle for a year or two, when you do ride a bicycle again, you're going to remember how to ride that bike. Once somebody has introduced you to a certain lifestyle, it's hard to go back and downgrade. Martell is not used to living in Airbnbs. He's used to living in a beautiful 8-9 bedroom mansion. He's used to having a couple, 2-3 cars in the yard, maybe a Lexus, a Mercedes. Then they got the Range Rover, for the family when him and Mel and the kids used to go out. I'm just hypothetically speaking. I don't know what kind of vehicles they have, but just follow me. He got used to that lifestyle of comfort. To go from that to an Airbnb to an enterprise rental car, this is the very reason why Martell, once out of that relationship, there's no way Ariane Air Mattress is going to be able to live up to that lifestyle that Mel introduced him to. Martell knew nothing about that. Mammy Marlene knew nothing about that. They knew nothing about that until Mel built that world for him. And he, because he got to experience it, he's not going to fully give himself to Ariane air mattress because she's not Mel. She can't do what Mel can do. And he knows this. Listen, Martell is going to sit up here and pop all his junk and try to put, we've heard him do it. We've heard him put Ariane air mattress on a pedestal. And we've heard him try to discredit Melody, knock Melody. But the crazy part is this. He verbally will bash Mel and he will verbally praise Ariane air mattress. But the crazy part about it is if Melody wanted him back today, he would leave Ariane the same side piece that he brags and gives praise and worship service about. She's a wonderful mother. She's a wonderful partner. All this and that, whatever. If the opportunity would have ever present itself, which we know it never will, he would leave Ariane in a heartbeat to be with Mel. However, because him being an insecure little boy that he is, he's not going to leave Ariane air mattress alone. He'll be right back in Mel's bank account, sneaking and creeping and giving Ariane money because Ariane is going to be turning up. If that would have had to ever happen, which we know it won't, and I would never want it to happen. Just speaking hypothetically, Ariane would give Martell triple hell. And the only way he would feel like he could keep Ariane at bay is to keep sneaking and taking from Mel to keep her subdued. But even then, that would never be enough because one thing about it, Ariane is going to blow up spots. She's going to go live. She's going to run her mouth. She's going to let it be known that, yeah, Martell may still be with Mel, but he's still giving me money. He's still, putting money in my account. He's still coming around giving me money for Tank. I mean, not Tank, Lil Helmet. She'll let it be known, because she's not a smart side piece. Most side pieces learned to close their mouth because they didn't want to piss that wife off and by exposing the married man that she smashed her, because she knew the moment that wife had any idea, all her simp sponsorship would stop. But because Ariane, being the pigeon bird brain that she is, she wanted Melody to know, not knowing that helped Melody out to make a decision. That helped Melody to push that divorce even quicker. Why? Because Ariane ran her mouth, and Martell, that's what you get for impregnating and getting involved with an angry bird. Listen, the angry bird is going to sabotage your blessings, which you got no business even dealing with her. You got no business even smashing her. Let me just say that. I don't condone any man who's disrespecting his vows and tainting his anointing with his wife. But my thing is this. Why add insult to injury and get a bird brain who can't look at the collateral damage that's going to eventually bite her in the long run too? Ariane was so much in her feelings, she didn't stay quiet. If she would have kept her position, been discreet, like side chicks did back in the 70s and 80s, whatever, because men have always cheated. I don't like the reality of it, but that's just the truth, and if you've been blessed and never had to experience that, kudos to you. However, she didn't keep her mouth closed. So, she put her own foot in her mouth. Going live. Letting everybody know what Martell does for her. How he eats her behind, and, all of these other filthy, degrading things that no one should know that another man is doing with you in bed. I mean, I don't, even if y'all are married, even if that is your man, nobody needs to have the graphic and visual details of what a man does with you in bed. That is not a badge of honor. You know what I'm saying? Because, He's not doing something with you that he about on ain't already did with his own wife and other women. So that's not a badge of honor. But when you're dealing with an angry bird, a bird brain, that is the main thing they want the world to know. Their mindset is just that limited to where they really think the best way to destroy another woman is by letting her know what her man is doing with her in bed. Not understanding that it's actually making you look bad, because my thing is, if I'm your side chick and you tossing my salad, I know you done did it with your wife, okay? I can't see you just doing that sexually with me, and you've been with this woman 12, 13 years and y'all got babies to prove it, so I know y'all are definitely sexually active because y'all got the children to back it up. So you tossing her salad too. So that means if she's been with you all those years and she's been there with you before you started tossing my salad, well, I guess you would have to understand you are tasting his wife salad, because wasn't he tossing her salad first before he got with you? Mean you gonna go that far and put it out there? Think about how foolish you sound. No side chick should feel privileged to tell a married woman what her husband is doing, because if you're just getting the picture, believe it, 9 times out of 10 he did that with the wife several times before he started doing it with you. It is what it is, and that should be a badge of honor, because again, a man that has no discretion where he puts his mouth, where he puts his penis, he does not value you as a man. If he's not valuing his marriage, he's definitely not going to value you as a side chick. I don't understand the irony of that. That side chicks believe that married men respect them more than they respect their wives. The fact that he's stepping out on his wife with you, dear, he does not respect you either. If he respects you, he would sign those divorce papers, signed, sealed, delivered, clear that path, so you're not sitting up there still waiting to be the next in line. You still waiting. You still holding on to hopes. Like Ariana Air Mattress, still holding on to hopes. You dealt with him 10 years. Here it is, Melvin gone 3 years, still. Only ring she getting is the ring that Martell left around her goddamn sink in that Airbnb after he got done clapping her cheeks. Okay? So, that's a sign you have to be cautious of. You know, don't get him by default. Because when things start going left, he's going to get in his feelings with you. He's not going to own it and say, well, I should have never got involved with you. I should have never, he's automatically going to hold you at fault. When he stops communicating, every time you try to bring something to him, he brushes it off his shoulder. Well, babe, you and your wife been divorced 3 years. You don't think by now we should try to officialize something? I mean, I've been hanging in there for 10 years. She's been gone 3 years. We have a son together. Why can't we not take it to the next level? And his excuse is, well, things are fine the way that they are. Or he'll say, I done already made things bad. I don't want to make it worse. As if not making it bad is going to change the dynamics and make the wife want to come back. Or he'll say, I still have things I have to work on. Other words, he has all kind of excuses. Or he just says, I don't want to talk about it. Or he'll deflect. How many times we going to keep having this conversation? Let me do my my alter ego, a Tyrone. Being a side chick. I mean, y'all been separated for 3 years now. When are we going to take it to the next level? I got too much things I got to work on. I'm still not financially stable. I'm still got to work on the show. I'm still doing the show. And if they find out we still married, if they find out we married, that's going to change the whole dynamics of the show, and I may lose my spot as a cast member once we marry, or I still got to deal with these courts. I got to still going back and forth with custody and trying to clear my name. I can't take it to the next level right now because I'm just not positioned to take it there. He's going to come up with every excuse under the sun. Or he'll deflect. I don't want to talk about that right now. I don't want to talk about that. Or why you keep bringing up old stuff? Or why you keep repeating yourself? That's his manipulative way of making you not ask, making you not push the issue. And if you're desperate enough, you won't. You'll just sit there and take whatever they say. Well, why we can't take it to the... I think things are fine the way that they are. Well, why are you trying to change stuff? Or he'll do this. You knew what it was before you got with me. You knew I was a married man. You accepted my situation. Why you want to change it now? Why you want to change it now? You knew what it was when we got together. Under the same breath, lied to you from the beginning and made you think that later on down the line it was a chance in him leaving. It was a chance in him committing to you. All set up. It's all a game. Anytime you try to take it to the next level and he's making excuses, or he's ignoring you, or he's telling you stop repeating it, why you got to keep bringing it up, that signs that he wants out from the relationship. He don't want to talk about it because he done already made up in his mind he's not going to take it to the next level anyway. Anytime a man has mentally already made a choice, he's not going to conversate or talk about it. There's no purpose because there is no plans with you for him to discuss with you or make any plans with you. He already planned in the back of his mind, you're just something for now until I get to where I'm going. Sounds when a man wants out from a relationship, he's still protective of his ex. He don't want you. Well, we know Martell isn't doing that. He's not protecting Mel at all. But this is just other signs for other women to look for. He's still protecting his ex. Anytime he bring up his wife, don't talk about my wife, or don't talk about my fiance. He don't want you having any type of opinion about his ex. Obviously, yeah, and respect may be an issue, but at the same time, it's because he still has some obligation there. He still has some type of love there. And he don't want you overstepping those boundaries because that is still an attachment that he's trying to save. And he don't want you sabotaging that. When he's argumentative all the time, that's another sign. He's argumentative. Argue about everything. Look for any reason I want to leave the house. Since you keep asking me where I'm going, I might as well just go ahead and leave. Why you don't trust me? If you don't trust me, I don't need to be here. If you out here thinking I'm smashing somebody, I'm messing with somebody, I might as well go out. I might as well not stay here because you're going to accuse me of doing something anyway if I stay home. Basically aiming to make anything a situation just so he can have an excuse to argue and leave. You can ask him something as simple as, I called you all day, I knew you was at work, but I knew you had a lunch break. Why you didn't call me on your lunch break at least? I just would at least hear from you and make sure you was good. Man, I'm a grown ass man. I don't need you trying to act like you my mama. Anything to shut you down, not even take your feelings into consideration. Well, yeah, babe, you're right about that. I got busy, I got sidetracked. I should have called you. I'm gonna start calling you. Anytime you bring up something that affects you and he shuts down the operation, he wants out from a relationship. Something as simple as you asking him, how long is it going to be by the time he decides he's going to finalize his divorce with his wife or whatever, ex-wife or whatever. and he shuts you down. I don't want to talk about that. Why are we going there? Why you keep bringing that up? Basically, makes you feel guilty every time you ask him a question. It's the third degree. It's the attitude. It's the, man, you're doing too much. You're doing too much. We got bigger fish to fry. We got bigger things to worry about. I got to pay this rent. I got to pay this car note. We'll totally deflect. Bringing up bills, bringing up kids, bringing up any and everything, not to have to address the real issues. Because he wants out. He don't want to discuss it. What for? He does not plan on staying with you to discuss any of those things. There's no need to resolve anything with you. There's no need to come to a resolution or solution, because he's already programmed in his mind he's not going to stay with you the moment an opportunity arises. Next, no brainer. He does not claim you. Anytime somebody asks you and ask him about you, oh, we just friends, you know, she a good woman. She a good woman. He said my woman. She a good woman. He won't say she's my woman. She a good woman. She been there for me. He don't ever say, oh, well, I've always been there for her. We've been there for each other. There's no real ownership. He'll compliment you here and there, but he would never fully claim you. He would never officialize, let it known that it's official. Martell has yet to do that to this day. Ariane, listen. Ariane is still waiting on Martell to say that she's his woman. Like, we still waiting on our income tax. Okay, you have some people that filed taxes 3-4 years ago and still didn't get it. She's still waiting. And every once in a while, he'll drop little hints to make her think that it's gonna be more. That's the, you know, that's my partner. That's my, you know, mother of my child. He'll say something here and there, but it's still not enough. He won't say my fiance, my soon-to-be wife. He won't really go there. But if a man won't claim you, listen to how he addresses you to other people. If he's around his homeboys, oh, that's my friend. He talked to his mom, talked to his sister, oh, this my friend. This my peeps. And some of them, they'll say, oh, that's my girl. But it don't mean it. They don't mean it the way you think they do. They're using a word, but he still won't really go there and claim you. And man can say, oh, that's my girl. But what you mean? My girl as in your fiance, your soon-to-be wife, or my girl as a homegirl, just somebody you kick it with. You know, you got to really know the language that man is speaking, and don't go off the language that you are perceiving. You got to know for a fact. Before I got married and I dated guys, I made them be direct. I need to know where we stand, what's going on. Well, you know, you my girl and all, you know, we cool, you know, but I'm not trying to be serious right now. Okay, he just called me his girl, but he made it very clear that he's not trying to be serious. You got to read in between the lines. Now, a woman that's desperate, she'll take that part, my girl, and run with that, and completely forget the other part of the sentence when he said, I'm not looking for a relationship. Oh, he called me his girl. He took off, run with that narrative. A lot of women do it. Say, I like you, but. Anytime a but, always listen to that. I like you, but I'm working on some things, but I'm not trying to get in a deep relationship, but, you know, I don't think, you know, I'm ready to take it to the next level. You got to listen to that but. Anytime a person says but, that already lets you know he not on that level that you on. When he's silent all the time, not engaging, because he's a heavy thought. All the time he wants to be left alone. Y'all both sitting in the same living room watching a movie, and he's flatlining. He's all into the movie, and it's like you're not there. Y'all not talking about the movie. Y'all not laughing. You know, he's not even sitting next to you. He's on the other side of the sofa. You know, treating you like a cellmate in a correctional facility. He's not talking much. You go to family engagements or parties, he never wants to come. You invite him, nah, I'm good. Well, you know, my mom ain't seen you in a while. Yeah, tell Miss Mary I said hi. Can you bring me back a plate? Hit that like button, y'all. By the way, anything I say in this video is alleged based off my own opinion for educational and entertainment purposes only. This is my disclaimer. Hit that like button. Big ups to all the mods and subscribers, members. Appreciate y'all. Hit that like button for me. All this being aloof and cold. You sincerely come to him about your problems. Because if that's your man and you having a bad day or you going through something with family and friends, you look for some real dialogue. You know, your supervisor being nasty to you on your job, you confide in him and you say, babe, I'm just overwhelmed. I'm stressed out. My supervisor is doing the most, talking to me all kind of way. And you're like, man, you got to just find a way to deal with it. You know, he don't give you no real feedback. Yeah, no, you know, you just have to stay encouraged. And, you know, if it get too bad, you know, you might have to report your supervisor. But before you report your supervisor, make sure you have your ducks lined up in a row. He's going to give you some real constructive advice. Because he's concerned. He cares about what you're going through. He don't want you dragged and being mistreated. Because you mean a lot to him. And he does not take satisfaction in knowing you're being mistreated and not doing anything to help you. No, he can't go to the job and beat down the supervisor, but he's going to give you some real advice to try to help you because he wants the best for you. But the man who's checking out, he don't have no real advice because he don't care enough about you to really help you. Another thing, when he tries to encourage you to go be with somebody else, that's a big giveaway. Major red flag. When a man tries to tell you to date other guys, see other people. Why would he want you to see other people if he's serious about you? Because some of them, they'll be slick. They won't go step outside and meet nobody. Or if they do, they'll be slick about it. So what they'll do is they'll pass the books to you and encourage you to do it. That way, that gives them the leverage to do it because they ain't man enough to say, I want to see other people. So they'll tell you to see other people. That way, now they feel like they can go get a pass and go see other people. See other women. Some men are just that vindictive. They'll pull that bull crap. I think you should see other people. I think you should date other guys. What? Red flag. He want out the relationship. Why is he telling you to be with other men? Period. Listen, I just did an unhinged episode. A couple of my subscribers and members have already seen it. My last unhinged episode was on the Christopher Watts story. He was the white guy who unalived his pregnant wife Shanann and her two beautiful daughters Bella and Cece. And she even the majority of Shanann's friends had text messages in which Shanann Ben noticed Chris checking out of that marriage. All the text messages, you know, all of this stuff came out later during the trial and after she, you know, after he was actually convicted. And before he got convicted, when it was doing all the investigations, all of the text messages, the man had been checked out. You know, he seemed to be aggravated and annoyed when her and the children would be around. And that was not like him. That was not in his character. He used to really kind of be like the family guy. You know, love, you know, being in company of his daughter, being in company of his wife. And when he started seeing that other woman, he just all of a sudden he was getting irritated with everything. His daughters was getting on his nerves. Even the kids noticed that their dad was distant, and they stopped running up to him, daddy, daddy, daddy. Even they felt his energy was off. And Shanann knew his energy was off because he was not taking her to bed anymore. Be times when they would go on family trips because, like a lot of women, we're going to try to make it happen. We know the relationship is going sour, it's getting stale, but because we don't want to be alone, we will overlook all of the red flags and still try to make it happen. So she saw the relationship was on life support. I'm sorry, the marriage, because they was married. Shanann saw the marriage was on life support, but she kept trying to make it happen, planning these family trips, and they going to the beach doing family stuff, and this man was checking out. He was not engaging. He's sitting on the beach, just walking around like, I'm just here because I got to be here. Wasn't playing with the girls, wouldn't build a sandcastle with them, not making it a memorable moment for a family man that's with his family. You feel me? You got to pay attention to stuff like that. A man acting funny with his own children or acting funny with your children that you probably had from a previous relationship and he was never like that. He's checking out. Not really wanting a plan, not just kind of going along with what you say. Not putting in no real input. Well, okay, let's go to the movies. What movie you want to see? Whatever movie you want to see. Okay, well, all right, let's go find somewhere to go have some dinner. Let's go have some dinner night. What do you suggest? Whatever you want to suggest. Whatever you want to eat. No, because he does not care to suggest what the hell he wants to do. He don't want the damn marriage or the relationship no more. Shanann saw this. Shanann saw him being aloof. She stated her friends. Now, this is according to her friends, right? Because, of course, unfortunately, she's no longer here to really speak what all of was transpiring. But all the text messages where she told her friends, he's not even having sex with me. He won't even take me to bed anymore. He's laying in the bed, tossed the other way, like like a nursing home patient. Like a nursing home patient, just laying there. Listen, imagine you trying to get on top of your man because you in the mood. You know what I'm saying? You want your legs to hit the ceiling, and he just laying there like like a nursing like a patient at a nursing home. Can you imagine how that would make you feel? He's annoyed. He's in space. He's somewhere. His mind is somewhere else. Is nowhere focused on you or the kids or anything. That's what happened with Christopher Watts. When he got with that other woman, everything, at home just seemed, unexciting. When he starts, listen, when a man starts seeing you or his children, his family as a whole, as a burden instead of a blessing, that man done checked out. A man don't hardly want to be home. If a man pulls up in his driveway and he's sitting outside his driveway for hours at a time, he's not even anxious or excited to come in our house to greet you as his woman and to greet his children, that man is checking out. You got to read the room. Read the room. Understand that man is ready to pull the life plug on that relationship, on that marriage. He's sleeping in separate rooms, not engaging with you, not having no conversation. He comes in the house like a teenager. Hey, honey, how was your day in school? It was fine. He's talking in two sentences, 2 words. No, 2 words in a sentence. Not even a full sentence, right? Just 2 words. How's work today? It's fine. How everything going? You all right? I'm good. Just flatlining. Pay attention to when these dudes is flatlining. You know, stop wanting to see things for what you want to see it for. See things for what it is. The being aloof, being distant, being annoyed. He's easily agitated. He has no patience. He just wants it over with, you know. Like a prostitute, you know, with a 300-pound dude. She just want it over with. She just want to go ahead and get in, get out so she get her money and get over with. She don't want all that extra talking from him. He's talking and asking her 1,000 questions while in the process. Look, dude, I'm just here to get my money. I don't feel like all that extra stuff. Because there's no care. There's no compassion. There's nothing meaningful she's looking to get out of it. She just wants it done. You have to pay attention to a man's body language. Pay attention to his attitude. Pay attention to the energy. The spirit that he carries when he's around you. I mean, don't get me wrong. We have our days when we don't want to be bothered with each other, even in marriage, even in long-term relationships. You're not going to be crazy about each other every day. You're not going to be lovey-dovey every day. You're not going to want to always be around each other every day. But when those spells are continuous and constant, that's a red flag. This man is either seeing somebody, and in some cases, they're not always cheating. In some cases, they just want out of their relationship. But in most cases, it is a woman somewhere in the background. Or you have some men, they just miss the lifestyle of being a bachelor, not being obligated, not having to live the same daily routine of being a husband and a father. It has become boring to him. Just cutting the grass, going on family trips. You know, he wants the excitement of a single man. He wants to be able to come and go and do what he want to do. And he knows as long as he's married or in a relationship with you that he's not going to be able to do that. You have some men just, they get in their prime and they realize, you know, I'm not cut out to be a husband. I'm not cut out to be a family man. Is it fair? Is it right for him to just dump it in your lap and tell you that after you done invested so much time, money, children? No, it's not. But at the same time, you would rather a man be honest, no matter how painful or hurtful it is, than have you sitting up here hanging on to false hopes. So, anyway, I'm well over an hour. Hopefully today's content, today's sermon, will give you a little bit of clarity on signs when a man wants out from a relationship. If there was any signs that I did not mention, feel free to put in the comment. You know, I'm sure it's other signs in which, you know, a man wants out of a relationship. He's flatlining. He's ready to pull the plug. Now, I did do my poll and asked if y'all wanted me to do a sermon on dealing with in-laws. Surprisingly, 94% of you said yes out of 6% who said no. So I am going to deliver. I am going to do a sermon on in-laws for those of you who are married, who do not get along with your husband's family. Trust me, I know all too well about this. And I'm going to give you some wonderful pointers that can give you a little peace of mind. Okay, so I am going to do a sermon on dealing with the in-laws. Those of you who aren't married, maybe one day you will be. This is essential information about how to deal with in-laws. Because let me tell you something. When you marry these men or you commit to these men don't come alone. They come with a full package. Some come with ex-wives. Some come with meddling mothers. Some come with dysfunctional fathers. Some come with manipulative sisters, brothers. They're coming with some type of challenge when it comes to these in-laws. You don't get along with his mom. You don't get along with his brother. His family may be very needy. His family may be very possessive. He may be one of those type of husbands he don't know or companions where he don't know how to tell his family no. Sometimes he puts them first and he will put you last. Don't worry, I got you. I'm going to give you all the essential tools in order for you to be able to effectively and peacefully to the best of your ability, be able to deal with your in-laws. So I'm definitely going to be doing a sermon, doing content on that. Look out for that. I got y'all. Y'all told me y'all want the word, and I'm going to make sure I deliver that word, so be on the lookout for that. Also, I do have my other sermon coming up that I'm going to be doing. Let me put it back up. Why building a great value man becomes a liability. When you pick up men that come from nothing, that aren't used to much of anything, and you bring them into your world and you build them up and you make them everything that they struggle to be before they even met you, you're definitely taking a huge chance when you bring a man into your success, or you build him up to be successful. It's a lot that comes with that, but we're going to talk it up. We're going to chop that up. And anyway, y'all, hit that like button one more time before y'all leave. I appreciate that. Anyway, y'all have a good day. It's your girl, Different Knowledge Lady Mocha, represent Mocha's Ladies Lounge. Y'all be blessed. Take care. Until next time, I'm out. Bye. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? It is Lady Mocha, your favorite content creator, one of your favorite content creators. Just thought that I would do a small presentation on my cable app known as Espresso Streams. So I know a lot of people have been inboxing me, hitting me up, needing additional information pertaining to the app, pertaining to my cable app. So I thought it just would be better if I actually uploaded and did a video pertaining to the cable app and all of what it consists of, in case you have any additional questions or concerns. So let's get right into it. So nevertheless, as you can see, this is my widescreen TV, and I already have my Fire Stick inserted in the back. So like I said, for anybody who's interested in my cable, you can either purchase a Fire Stick from me, which is $65 plus shipping. Keep in mind that it will already come loaded with the cable app, so that's less work for you to do. So if you're not technology savvy, if you don't have a lot of patience, if you're not good at enabling settings and things of that nature on your actual Fire Stick, save yourself the headache and just purchase a Fire Stick from me. That way you don't have to do nothing, absolutely nothing, but plug it in your TV. And once you do that, this is what you're going to get. You're going to have the app already loaded there on there for you, which is my IPTV app. Now, if you are pretty high-tech savvy and you pretty much know what you're doing, you know how to load Fire Sticks, and you're pretty good at that, then you could actually just request the download app instructions from me, and then I will email them to you. That way you can upload the app on your own with your own Fire Stick if you already know how to load apps and if you're pretty good with, being technology savvy. But for those of you who are not, don't worry, everybody does not have the patience or the knowledge to be able to deal with technology. Just buy a stick. So this is what we're going to do. So my app is already loaded into my stick. We're going to go directly to IPTV Smartest app. And for those of you who already have a Fire Stick and you don't want to have to buy one from me, this is where you're going to need the instructions from me on how to install my IPTV Smartest app. Okay, so as you can see, we have live TV, we have movies, and we have series. Okay, now you can get up to as many lines as you want. Basically, the way that it works, because I have people asking me, well, what kind of packages do you have? It's not so much packages. It practically has to do with how many lines you want. Don't matter if you get one line. Well, you automatically going to get 2 lines. But any line you get is automatically going to come with 9,000 channels. So starting with the live TV, just to give y'all a little preview of what we have. I always start with USA Entertainment. I always tell my customers to start there, because there's just so many things on this app, y'all. There's just no way in the world I'm going to be able to go through every tiny channel we have. Is just very time consuming. So as you can see, this is and it depends on your internet speed. You do need at least 25 megabytes or higher to get good quality internet. So if you got a bunch of devices running, or if you got that slow, cheap internet, you're going to be scrolling and loading for a long time. So please invest in good internet so you'll have good streaming quality. I've had people who have gotten my app realize that it's doing a lot of freezing. It keeps scrolling, thinking it's my app, and come to find out it had nothing to do with my app. They had internet speed that was in the teens, 15, 13, and I'm like, no wonder your streaming is so pathetic. So listen, too much is given, much is required. You got to get the real internet, not that dial-up mess and none of that, or else you're going to get poor streaming quality. All right, so these are just a sample of some of the channels I got. I got a lot. I got pretty much like several different stations of one channel, but I'll go into that as we get into this. So like for instance, I have 2 hers, BET her channel. You know, that's the BET channel for women. So I got 2 of those, and the reason why we have 2 or 3 of certain things is because if one acts up or one is having a hard time that day, you can just automatically go to the next one. Okay. So it does happen every once in a while. No different than Netflix, no different than Hulu. You know, when it comes to streaming, it has its moments. So need not to worry. We have a backup of every channel that we have. So I have all the BETs, the Bravos. Going to this Bravo here. Like I said, I'm not going to go through every single thing. It's just way too many to name. As you can see, once you click on the show that you want to watch, you will get a full screen. But we're going to back out of that. So we're just going to go down some more. So I'm going to get out of here. As y'all can see, we have the court TVs. We have Discovery. We have a little bit of everything for family, husbands, children. For those of you who got kiddies out there, grandkids, let me tell you, they're getting bored with this Netflix. They're getting bored with the same thing over and over and over. Yes, we got Blue's Clues. We got Blueys. We got all this other special kids channels. I don't have any little ones, so I don't know what they're watching now, but we got the SpongeBob. We got a little bit of everything. Listen, only 9,000 channels for $25 a month. You can't beat that. Now, the only way the prices rack up a little bit is if you want extra lines. If you just want 2 lines, it's $25. If you want 4 lines, it's $35. If you want 3 lines, it's $30. So it just depends on how many lines you want. You may just be comfortable with just 2 lines. Now, keep in mind, for how many TVs you want, that's the amount of lines you want. So if you got 5 TVs, you're going to want to get 5 lines, okay? If it's just you and your husband and 1 child or something, or, you know, you may be able to work with 2 lines. So we got the adult tunes here, adult cartoons like Futurama, Beavis and Butthead and all of that. I don't have to show all of that. ESPN, for those of you who got men in your household who love sports, you got a sports fanatic. You may be a sports fanatic yourself. You got some women who are really into all of the different sports, and if it's not a live sport, it's not going to show. That's another thing, y'all. If it doesn't show, it's because it's a live event that either hasn't started or is over with. It does not mean something's wrong with the channel. Now, you got NFL, you got NBA, you got MLB, double NCAA basketball. I also got all the News channels, I have a lot of people who hit me up about that. Yes, you will get your news channel within the state in which you live in. I live here in Savannah, Georgia, and yes, my cable does come with Savannah, Georgia. So if you live in Los Angeles or Colorado or Jacksonville, yes, we have your local cable stations, okay? And if you can't get it, I'm going to throw extra app on there. That way you will have access to your local news stations. Because I get it. A lot of us are into the news, or we have parents or senior citizens who want to, be up to date with the news. So I have that as well. Now, let me get to some other stuff that I may have not mentioned to y'all. Now, this is one of my, let me get to this one. Premium movies, okay? So for all of y'all who are paying these separate apps for Stars and Cinemax, you're spending a lot of unnecessary money when all you have to do is spend $25 a month. And that way you can get your Stars, Cinemax, and then some. Look at all these Cinemaxes I have, okay? Good quality movies, good quality streaming, nothing raggedy, nothing choppy. It looks just like any other authentic cable provider. We don't have no Section 8 bootleg, nobody walking across the screen, none of that going on. Okay, so all these Cinemaxes, I'm not going to count them all. There's different ones, East, Action Max, blah, blah, blah. Not going to go through all that. MGM, they just added that. I didn't even see that until today. So they keep adding more stuff on here, y'all. And that's the great thing about this kind of cable app. We don't take away. We just keep adding and adding and adding. I never even knew we had an MGM, but learn one now. We got all the HBOs. Check this out, y'all. I got all the HBO comedy, HBO family, HBO zone. All this for $25. How much you paying on your cable right now? $150, $200, $175. Let's keep it moving. Look at all these Showtimes. I didn't see that. Showtime plus BET. I didn't even know no such thing exists. It's just so much stuff on here, y'all. I can't even watch all this stuff. Ain't no way. Only $25 a month. Showtime for women. Look at all these stars. Look at all these stars. Come on now. $25. This ain't no joke. This is legit. Encore. All this is just premium. I can't even keep up, y'all. I can't even keep up. Let me keep scrolling down. Yeah, so that's all the premium. Now, this is this is another little feature. A lot of y'all may like it, don't care about it. But this is called the relaxation channel, where you can just like listen to the ocean view music and things of that nature. So we got that. Now, let me let y'all in on one of my personal favorites. I'm an old school chick, okay? So I'm into the 24/7 classics category. And it shows like a lot of the old school, like Beverly Hills and stuff. Now, every once in a while, if there's a problem, let's say if it's showing something that is not supposed to show, just inbox me and say, Mocha, I went to Beverly Hills and it's showing me the Golden Girls. It does happen every once in the blue moon, not a lot. It happens once in a while. Inbox me so I can hit my team up and we can correct it. So if you go to one of your favorite channels and something is out of order or is not working, please be specific. Let me know the category. Let me know the name of the show. And please be specific with what's wrong. Let me know there's no audio. Like in other words, there's no sound. Or if you hear a bad sound, say you can tell me there is audio, but it's a lot of staticking. You got to be specific so we could correct the issue. Now, it has Family Matters. This is the classics ones, y'all. Judge Judy, Leave It to Bieber, Living Single, meaning it shows nothing but that 24/7. So if you are a Living Singles fan, right, and that's all you like to watch or whatever, then we'll go to, okay, so Living Single, okay, is acting right. So it'll show Living Single episodes 24/7 if that's all you want to watch. Same thing with Martin. Same thing with My Wife and Kids. I love me some Sanford and Son, okay? So I can watch that all day. I got my TV on Sanford and Son all day and it not even bother me. Now, let's say if you got a business, you got a salon, you a real estate agent, whatever. You have clients, more so places like barbershops. If your husband got a barbershop business or something, he wants cable in there to keep his customers entertained. Instead of him paying for $100 something a month, all he has to do is get a Fire Stick for me and pay $25 a month. That have all of this 9,000 channels. Okay, so if you got a business and you want to keep your customers occupied and you want to save some money, hit me up and get a Fire Stick 9,000 channel. Look, we got the Cosby Show, y'all. We got the Cosby Show. We got Brady Bunch. We got the Jamie Foxx Show. All of this is the 24 hours. So this one is my favorite. I stay on this one more than any of the categories. So that's probably why I be missing out on, all of these new things that's coming on here. And I love Good Times, okay? I be watching Good Times 24/7. So we got the Sports Center, like I said, for all of you who got husbands, who got boyfriends, who are sports fanatics. I got your husbands, I got your baby daddy, I got them covered. All of this stuff here, I'm not going through all that NASCAR, volleyball. We just got it all, okay? I just got it all. We got Peacock here. So Peacock, I think it's some type of event, or I don't know, hell. But anyway, we got it. And the other things, in case I'm missing out. Oh, we got live pay-per-view events. So guess what? When those live events come to your house or whatever on HBO, whatever, you don't have to pay for that. It automatically comes with your package. Yes, the UFCs, all the boxing events, championships. There's no need of me clicking on them because there's no live events, so you're not going to see anything. But whenever there's a live fight, a championship, you're automatically going to get it, okay? So you'll be good on that. You ain't got to pay no extra money. You ain't got to go to nobody's house and pay no admission fee. What else we got going on here? So it's just so much to offer. That's my live TV. I'm going to come up out of that because I want to try to... I think I'm over. Yeah, I'm over 10 minutes. There's so much to cover. But all of these are the movies, okay? Not going to go through all them. As you can see, it's different sections: comedy, horror, mystery, all of that, documentaries. I got it all. Not gonna go through all that. It's just too many. You're just gonna have to wait till you get your Fire Stick and do your own navigating. Yes, I got all the current series. Everything you could think of, I have. Let me see. All of the whatever current series they have out right now, we have all of that. I'm not going to go through all of it. If there's a certain show you want to know about and you want to know if I have it, just inbox me. It's just too many to try to go through. It's just too many. It's just, look, it's 3,000. It's over 3,000 series in this just this category alone. So ain't no way I'm going to be able to go through all that. Classic shows, again, I'm a retro show watcher. So for all of your classic, my old school people, old school shows, we got that too, okay? We got the kids shows, okay? We make sure we look out for the kiddies. We look out for the little ones. We got them too, or whatever. So we have all of this here. So just because you don't see the picture, it does not mean it does not work. We have different episodes, different seasons. So you get to pick whichever season you want to go to. So this is one of these shows. I don't feel like going all into that. Like I said, it's too much to cover. Okay, as you can see, all of it popped up. So sometimes you got to be patient. Give it a minute to load. And everything will show up. These are all the kiddie shows and everything. So, classic tunes, music videos, so I'm going to come out of that. But as y'all can see, this is how you know when to pay your bill. It'll let you know when your cable is going to expire to the bottom. The way payments are made, you simply Cash App or Zelle me. You don't have to inbox me and let me know that you're going to make a payment. You don't have to email me and say, hey, I'm sending the payment. Just send the payment. I'll automatically turn it on. Once I receive that Cash App, I get it. Sometimes we forget. We mix dates. Don't worry about it. I don't charge late fees. That's the beauty about my cable app. I don't charge late fees. I don't charge reconnect fees. You just pay your 25 whenever you get the money, and we cut it on. Now, for those who Cash App or whatever, it will be an extra $2 for transaction fee. So although the cable is 25, send 27 if you Cash App. If you Zelle, you don't have to send no extra, just the 25. But for all Cash App payments, it has to be $27, an extra $2 for a transaction fee. But you still can't beat that, because at the end of the day, these cable companies, they want more. So any questions or concerns, I think I just about hit everything. Like I said, get as many Fire Sticks as you need per TV. If you know, most of the time y'all watch 2 TVs, get 2 Fire Sticks, okay? It'll be $25 for up to 2 lines. You got 3 TVs, a third TV you want to add in that, then that's another $5, so that'll be $30. You got 4 TVs, add another 5, that's $35. So that's pretty much the name of the game. Like I said, I can't do less than 2 lines. Some people may be like, well, all I watch is 1 TV. That's cool. If you know somebody else who got a Fire Stick, give them your information so they can use your second line. Maybe your son in college, your daughter on her job or whatever. You could take your Fire Stick with you when you go on vacation. That's the beauty. Also, take your cable with you. You're going on a cruise boat. You're going out of town, and you know sometimes these hotels, they don't have the best cable selections. Take your Fire Stick with you. You could take your cable where you go. Only thing I recommend is that you don't forget and leave your Fire Stick there, and then you got to purchase another one from me. But they're great to take with you. You go out of town, you're going on a cabin trip. You know, you can take your cable with you. You know, sometimes you go visit your family. Everybody don't have cable. Take a Fire Stick with you. Now, this is the other thing. If you do recommend and send other people to me, I would knock $5 off of your cable for every customer that comes to me and actually buy it. So if you currently got cable with me and paying $25 right now, you send a friend and Kiki decides that she wants to buy my cable, I'm gonna knock $5 off. Now you pay $20. Now you decide to send April to me and April wants to buy my cable, I knock off another $5. Now you pay just $15. So for everybody you send to me, I'm gonna knock it all the way down to your bill gets to $10, and $10, that's the minimum payment. That's as low as I will go. So if you could bring a few people to me, guess what? Your 9,000 package is only be $10. You can't lose either way it go. So anyway, hopefully I answered the majority of everything, all of the questions, any concerns, certain channels, certain movies you would like to know about. You are welcome to email me, inbox me. But I wanted to do this presentation because a lot of people seem to be confused and not sure of how my cable really operates. So it has nothing to do with packages. It's a matter of how many lines you want. But either way, you're saving a lot of money. So hopefully this answers the majority of the questions, and I look forward to being your cable provider. Y'all have a blessed day. Talk with y'all soon.